32. Next game, we got the Chargers and the Lions. Going to be a good game. Chargers played pretty good last week. I didn't expect him to stick around like he did. Um, so I think he had the potential to go to Detroit and pull an upset on the Lions. And I'm going upset this week. I like the Chargers in a close one. 23-21 Chargers. Next game, we got the Vikings and the Packers. Going to be a good game, divisional game. Packers started off with a win last week. Vikings had a seal. I'm not sure if he won or not. But the Vikings not a slouch. It's going to be a good game. I like the Vikings in this one. They're going to be close. I'm going to let them have it. But I like the Vikings. I see the Vikings winning. Next game, we got the Jaguars and the Texans. This should be a good game. Like I said, Jaguars is new to the franchise. He's new, completely new. Like, this is the first one. Going against Texas, DeCarlo, up and down a little bit, but DeCarlo's he's a good, consistent loser. And if you sleepwalk, because if we don't burn him, he'll attract his friends. Oh. So actually, we don't have shit for about that. Can't we take the logs off of the house? No. You can't just unbuild the house. Then let's get some fucking logs. You can't take his legs off. Yeah. You can't. Because if we don't burn him, he'll attract his friends. Oh. So actually, we don't have shit for about that. Can't we take the logs off of the house? No. You can't just unbuild the house. Then let's get some fucking logs. You can't take his legs off. Yeah. So I would. Hey, you finna die, baby. So I was a little surprised you asked Christy for my number. What's that? Aren't you married? Yeah, but what? Married people can't have friends? I'm gonna be friends. Yeah. You my friend? I'm not gonna be friends. You're not? So I was a little surprised you asked Christy. Someone said Wells Fargo. They call me Tiago. Someone said. See those film sessions if you want to, but today we're going to start looking at undrafted free agents. I haven't done a film session on Ben DiNucci because James Madison coaching film is kind of like Bigfoot or like. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken short.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense!
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Gone. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, here's Gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Cowboys 32-yard line.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's gone. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 44-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it. leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. First down, and it's Pollard again. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The L.A. offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. It's complete to Hopkins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away.
Every time I throw to my tight end, he doesn't fucking pick on the run.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding up to 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
It really fucks me over a lot.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We're good. We're good. Pilot, 64. Weak. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Out of the gun. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to have another.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it. DC. Recon, 132.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley.
Tackle him.
This one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pollard going to try the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, let's get in that hole.
2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down, Cowboys.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
They'll look to throw here. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Oh,
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Switch it. Hard ball. He's checking Craig. Watch the motion.
Throwing on third. Gone. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 for 1.
Here's Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
We go tonight. Like 20. Eat. Hey, check.
To throw is gone. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now gone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's 3rd and goal. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. On your team.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Bullock's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll drop to throw.
Why, bro?
Goodness gracious. Picked off around the 37. And running with power here. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Push it back. Watch twitch.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
I made one bad choice in the pass.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm just hard to start going fuck off like now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17-all as they come up on a 1st down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And he whips that one incomplete there.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Get past it for some fucking reason.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now he has all the momentum in the world after some fucking bums intercepting the ball. Now he's running the ball.
We're good, we're good.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
Quit pushing him up here.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
I'm getting sucked in the wrong
Almost
fucking
takes us
block.
back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but
This shit is
overconfident,
aggravating.
that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control.
Nobody thought
and guess
anybody
what?
had anything
They
in
got to
hand.
find a way to get
But I
back
am
to
getting
where
tired
they were
of
before.
fucking.
You think Papa Davis and Papa
You're
God
not
would get
doing it.
along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it
Playing
says on the
so fucking
scoreboard,
bad,
you're
bro.
always trying to get him the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
Hey, don't
Very
take off,
little
Pollard.
there. He might have gotten
I
a
just need you to
yard.
take off.
I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll look to throw.
Throw it away.
Big loss here as he's
Fucking
taken
kick him
down.
out there,
The
bro.
perennial Pro Bowler Aaron
GG,
Donald
dog.
gets the
His game
sack.
is it. You
We
run the
say
same
it all the
fucking
time,
cover
have
three
to be able to
defenses
get rid of the ball sooner than that.
all game.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
I shouldn't lose to you.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hold on. Check. Check. Pick that. Ric Flair.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more that came from.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gone. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field
Hold
now
on to your blocks,
with a
too.
game this close,
Please.
you got to feel there's a sense of
Please.
urgency for them going on offense right now.
Not
But they
all.
have to do it without letting panic
No,
creep
I've done
in
it all
and affect their
fucking
play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
I just need to get
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I got you, I got you. Hey, one set. Check, move. Mike 54.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I don't know what to play, man. I don't have a lot of plays in my playbook. But I like to run in those.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Cover 4, but they're dropping down. How's that on me? GG, bro. Ain't no way I get this.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to and that's caught inside the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that's going to tie things at 20. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted.
It should have been pass interference, bro. But that's all good, bro.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown,